Are you able to see my screen now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Shekhar, that recording for last Thursday I haven't yet.
Yeah, I'm recording, not a matter. So here,
No, that Thursday recording, that last Thursday I want you recorded. I haven't received it. You should send it to me.
yeah, stop the recording, guys. Hello, Suranjan garu, recording stop చేయండి.
Yeah. Yeah, చేశానండి.
So those are the scenarios takes place with WM integration with SD versing. Now we'll go with the PP, production planning. Production planning. So before going to the scenarios in PP, we need to go for the master data settings in the from the PP point of view, like material master, bill of material, work center and routing. So here we need to create the material masters for sub components and for the finished component. Then we'll maintain the BOM for the components, finish and sub components. And we'll create a work centers, that is production lines or machineries, and routing. So sequence of operations you are going to perform. So first is we'll see the material masters. So first is we'll create the material masters for the sub components. So I'll go to the transaction code MM01. Guys, please remember the sub components what we are creating it. So select the views, basic data 1, purchasing. The PP related views you need to select MRP 1, 2 and 3. Storage 1, storage 2, WM1, WM2 and accounting 1. Yeah. So the views you need to select is basic data 1, purchasing, and the PP related views are MRP 1, 2, 3, storage 1, storage 2, warehouse management 1, 2 and accounting 1. Plant, store location, enter the warehouse number and storage type. Press enter. Please remember the materials, the subcomponents what we are creating it. Okay. Subcomponent. Please write down somewhere. Material description, basic unit of measure, material group, and in the purchasing view, enter purchasing group. In MRP1, enter MRP group, MRP type, MRP controller, lot size EX. Press enter. In MRP2, the procurement type is F. F means external procurement. Because the raw material, always it will be external procurement. In the production planning module, this procurement type plays major role. And planned delivery time, roughly I will give 20 days, and GR processing time. There is goods system processing time when you are receiving the material from the supplier. And schedule margin key, it is standard parameter 000. Schedule is nothing but planning the orders. Enter. Next in MRP3, so how you are going to plan the material, either monthly or weekly or daily. So always will have monthly. And availability check 01. Daily requirements. Press enter. Storage 1 to storage 2. WM1. And if you want to maintain parity generator, you can maintain. Otherwise, not. Valuation class, price controller, price. In the same way, I'll create another subcomponent by copying from another. Next, finish component with finished FERT. So here the extra view we select is basic data 1, purchasing, MRP 1, MRP 2, MRP 3, work scheduling. Account. We need to select in MRP 1, MRP group, MRP tag, controller, lot size. Now in MRP 2, it's a finished material. Therefore, the procurement type should be E, in-house production. Therefore, you need to enter the in-house work. Days, GR processing time, and schedule. In work scheduling, production supervisor who supervises the production activities, and production schedule profile, and the production store location where you place the materials. So this should be maintained for the finish. So in the warehouse management, WM1 view, maintain the So we created totally sub-components and finished component. This is the first master data. Next is BOM. So what is a BOM? So BOM is defined as the structural arrangement of the sub-components to get the end product or assembly is called BOM. The structural arrangement of the sub-components to get the end product or assembly is called BOM. And the transaction code to create BOM is CS01 transaction code. Enter the finished material, plant and BOM usage 1. Enter valid from. Press enter. enter the subcomponents. 408, 409, 410. Enter the subcomponents. So the structural arrangement of the 408, 409, 410 to get the 411. That is bomb. Save. So here we are maintaining proportionately, or you can maintain as we like, as per the requirement also. Then what happens? Let's say I keep like this. Now you are creating a production order for production target of 10 kgs. Then how much proposition subcomponents will required? So 1 multiplied of 10 kgs, 2 multiplied of 10 kgs, and 3 multiplied of 10 kgs. So totally we need 10 kgs, 20 kgs, 30 kgs of the finished material. Save the document. So BOM is created. Next is work center. The next master data. The next master data is work center. So if you want to create the work center, we can create, or else you can use the SAP given standard work centers also, as you like. So first of all, what is a work center? So work center is a geographical or a physical location where group of people performing a task or an activity or an operation on the shop floor. So a work center is a geographical or a physical location where group of people performing a task or an operation or an activity. So a work center can be a machine or production line also. So what is the difference? Work center as a machine or work center taken as a production line. Suppose if you take the work center as a production line, then somewhere you keep the raw material at one end and somewhere you'll get the end product at the exit. Okay? The production line will be the only one. Okay? It will keep on goes the process and finally it will execute the finished material. That's there we can call as a work center, also call as a production line. Now a work center can also be a machine. Now you got the raw material, first you send to the first machine. So they will do some process. From there it will go to second machine. That is second work center. So they will do some sort of the processes. Again next it will go to the next machine. So like that. Okay. So your work center can also be called as a production line or also called as a group of people performing a task or a work center. Okay. Now to create a work center, the transaction code is CR010203. So if you want to use the standard work center, you can use it. The standard work center is 1111 or 1112 as you like. Okay. So for example, I create a work center. Yeah. ZCC 100. Work center category. Copy from. So we are copying from the standard work center 1111 and we are creating it. I will tell you why you are copying it. One of the reason. Or if you want to use the existing work center, you can use this work center only. 1111. Or you can create it. For example, ZCC 100. Press enter. Then select all the indicators under the data selection. Select all the indicators under the data selection. Press enter. So basic data. Now straight away you go to costing view. So here start date. So that should be very important. And end date. So by default you will get it. So here in the costing view, you have cost center, setup time, machine time and labor time, that is activitize 1422, 1420, 1421. So from here you get all this information, the cost center and all. This information you get from CO consultant, controlling consultant. So this information will get from the controlling consultants. Okay. So that's the reason we are copying from the standard. And you maintain the current date. Save. So for us, one work center is more than enough. So next is routing. So what is meaning of routing? So sequence of operations which are to be performed in order to execute the final component is called a routing. So routing is a master data in PP which is defined as sequence of operations to be performed to execute the finished component is called a routing. And this routing will contains all the informations like component allocations in the form of bill of material, next production line or machine as a work center, next routing. So when you create the routing also, so with this, and it contains all this information, routing, the component allocation, where it displays the bill of materials, etc. Okay.